the first technique and the foundation upon which this project is built is called emotional integration. You've probably attempted many different ways to address whatever pain you have inside. Maybe you thought that you could ignore it, and maybe it worked for a time, but it begins to take its toll on your life. For example, if you had a relationship that ended, that pain is still in your heart, and you can try and suppress it all you want, but you'll carry that agony into your next relationship, and it's going to eat away at it right from the beginning. Some people, they try and ignore it, they try and bottle up anger, but it just waits until the pressure builds up enough to explode at the most inappropriate moments, hurting your relationships and hindering your performance at work. Now, maybe you're the type of person that would prefer to distract yourself, achieve many goals, work a lot, accumulate overtime, because the less you think, the better you feel. But again, this is trying to escape that pain. And in no other situation in life besides emotional issues do we think avoiding the situation is going to make it better. I like to draw a lot of parallels with physical health and fitness because it's very concrete. If you have an illness that's starting to build up, an infection, no one thinks that by ignoring it you're going to get better. No, you have to go in and address it. It's the same thing. If you injured your knee, every other tissue is going to try and pick up the slack, but you're never going to have the performance that you would have if you rehabilitated that knee. If your car starts making some type of clicking sound, it's not going to get better by ignoring it. Everything will simply get worse. It'll build up over time. So why do we believe that suffering can get better, that our pain will go away if we ignore it? It's true. If you keep thinking about a problem, it becomes more and more present. But by ignoring the problem, it doesn't go away. It's just waiting to be exposed once again. Now, there's another way people do it. They'll do the fighting. You'll have an argument with a loved one. You may slam the door. You may toss something that's maybe a picture from a happier time. And it doesn't do anything. All it does is it hinders your relationships and trains you to vent in a destructive way. But it doesn't solve the root issue. It's going to come back. All it can do is release a little bit of steam, and then you say you're sorry, but the damage is already done. This is why it's absolutely critical to find a new way. We can't run from suffering, and we can't fight it. If we hurt, we hurt. You cannot run from the pain that's in your heart, because it goes with you wherever you travel. So, how do we address suffering? How do we address this misery that's in our lives? It's quite simple. All you have to do is feel the experience purely. Emotional integration is about going into the emotion, not thinking about the story, not thinking that this shouldn't have happened or that shouldn't have happened, because we can't change the events that occurred. But by going into the experience and feeling it purely, you can begin to release its power. You get to release that pressure that's building up. So it's not released by smashing a table, and it's not released by running away or busying yourself. Only by experiencing what's inside can you be free of this pain. Have you ever considered that this pain that you carry could actually be alleviated? Did you think it's something that you would have all of your life? Let's consider someone who's just started to stretch. That's right, just started to stretch their muscles. They're going to be very tight. They're not going to be able to enter into the positions that the instructor or workout video suggested. But by going into the position where they feel that tightness, they can begin to release that tension inside. They can release all of that force that's trapped in the muscle. And gradually they become more flexible. Well, your heart operates exactly the same way. If you have this great pain inside, all you have to do is go in there, feel it, live it, experience it purely as it is. Because every time we feel pain, it's for a reason. It's to let you know that there's something to work on. It's to let you know, hey, take care of this. And this is how you do it. You take care of it. So, I know I gave you a lot of information to assimilate. And I crafted some nifty examples. But how do you know that this is real? How do you know that it's really going to work for you? You only know that by experience. I can say all of the impressive things in the world, but none of that's ever going to change how you feel. So, let's try the technique. Everybody has experienced this great abandonment at some point in their lives. Everyone had a night where they just felt so alone. Maybe no one was around and they felt like no one understood. I want you to take an example in your life. Maybe someone left. Maybe you felt completely misunderstood. Maybe you just have a very lonely life and you don't see anybody. Maybe you don't have friends, don't have family. Or if you do, maybe you're just not close to them. So, in your mind, take a moment to visualize and imagine like you're there. Recreate the scene as if it was happening again. Recreate it. The more detail that you imagine the scenario with, the richer it's going to be. What did it sound like? What did it smell like? What did it feel like? If you want, you can close your eyes. It might help in the visualization process. Just go back through the situation in your mind. Good. Now, open your eyes and look at me. The next thing to do is to feel that emotion that you woke up. You may have noticed that by remembering the situation, it was like making a phone call to that pain. And it answered. It might not be as rich as when it was happening, but you made the connection. That feeling of being abandoned is coming up, that feeling of being so alone. So, pay attention in your abdomen. And I want you to breathe deeply. It might help you to look down at your abdomen. Breathe deeply and pay attention to that abandonment. At this point, you don't want to invest more energy in the story. You don't want to recreate the situation again, but purely feel the abandonment inside. Just pay attention to it. It might not be comfortable, but that's okay. Just keep practicing. Keep your attention inside. And feel that emotion of abandonment. It might feel very heavy in your guts. It might feel empty. However you experience it, that's okay. Just pay attention to that feeling inside. Every now and then, you might want to take a deep breath. So you would inhale through your nose, hold it for a brief pause, exhale through your mouth, and continue to be focused on the emotion inside. You're doing very well. Keep going. Feel the emotion. Feel the abandonment. Simply pay attention to what's going on inside. If you find your mind wandering, that's okay. Just bring your attention back to what you're living inside. That abandonment that you feel can be dissolved. the more focused you are, the less energy you devote to thinking of other things, the more of this pressure you can release, the more of this emotional weight can be lifted. You're doing an excellent job. Just keep going. We'll be done shortly. You cannot change the story, but you can release the pressure. That tremendous feeling of being alone could feel like no one cares. It could feel like there's nobody out there. You may feel completely unsupported. Every now and then, take a deep breath. Exhale. And return to that emotion. Stay focused on that feeling. You may have the reflex to look away. You may say, "Why am I doing this? It doesn't make sense." Just continue to feel. You're doing an extraordinary job. It takes so much courage to go in and face the pain that's inside. But it's better to do it in a controlled environment than having it come out at you when you're least expecting. Now I want you to take a deep breath. Exhale. All right. Now pay attention here. Some of you may have experienced that the abandonment felt intense at first, which is normal because it's a heavy emotion. And when you pay attention to it, it becomes more clear. But perhaps you've noticed the emotion changed as you continued to watch it. It didn't become fun, but it may have become less uncomfortable. Or maybe it lost its edge a bit. So now, after every session of emotional integration, we need to take some time to change the emotional dynamic that's going on inside of us. Because, you just spent a good portion of time focusing on something that hurts. And I don't want you to go throughout your day or your evening feeling that emotion. I don't want your attention to remain fixated on it while you're not working on it. So, the following practice always follows a session of emotional integration. It's like you cleared out the infection in the body, and this next portion is like putting in medicine so that it can continue to heal. And you might have to fake it a bit at first, but with practice it becomes more rich. And I promise you, the more you want it, the more this next experience is going to come alive for you. Are you ready? Now, pay attention to your body. Take a moment to feel it. You don't need to do any relaxation or tensioning that you may have learned elsewhere. Now, imagine that every cell of your body is a bright yellow happy face. Every cell of your body is a bright yellow happy face, and you are happy, 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 so happy. Every cell of your body is a bright yellow happy face. Happy. Your eyes are happy. Your ears are happy. Feel it. Focus in your body and feel it. You want to be happy. You want to be happy. You don't want to be miserable. You don't want to carry this pain throughout your life. You want to be happy. So your feet are happy. Your legs are happy. Your hips are happy. Every cell of your body is a bright yellow, sun-like happy face. Every cell of your blood is happy. Every atom of your body is smiling to all the others. You are happy, 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 so happy. Feel it, will it, happy, 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 happy. You want to be so happy. Feel it, live it. Start getting this going inside. Happy, happy, happy. You're smiling, and put a big, cheesy smile on your face physiologically. It helps you to bring more of this happiness throughout your body. It activates chemical releases that will facilitate greater enjoyment. Happy, 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 so happy. If you find your head sinking down, raise your chin, look up a bit. Happy, 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 so happy. Every cell of your body is a yellow happy face. Every cell of your body is a yellow happy face. And you are happy, 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 so happy. And it feels good. It feels really good. All right. And now we're going to do 3 vocal breaths together. First, let me demonstrate by myself, and then you can practice along. I'll inhale. And exhale. Not with a scream, not with a roar, but a little bit of a push to vowelize the exhale. So now you'll do it with me. Inhale. Good. Second time. Deep inhale. Good. One last time. Inhale. Now relax. Don't you feel so much better than you did at the beginning of this video? Don't you feel a shift in your mood? I mean, when we first started to address the abandonment, it hurt. It didn't feel good at all. But you sank in. you sank in, and whatever degree of the feeling of alone that you accepted to live, that's how much happier you can be. It's like going to the gym. Whatever degree of effort you put into it, that's the degree of strength your system can adapt to as it recovers. It's the same thing. You need to address the pain inside, and then give it a little effort to be happier. Give it a little effort to feel better. And this is the type of result you can expect from every single practice of emotional integration. And every video that you watch is going to bring you deeper. I mean, you could watch this video many times, and each time you do, you're going to pick up something else. Your skill is going to become more refined, more perfected. Your ability to focus on the emotion instead of looking away, instead of fighting it and tensing up, it's going to become perfected. You're going to develop quite a degree of confidence in this technique. Already, in just one session, you see the results. Imagine after lots of training, learning how to disengage everything that hurts inside. You can transform your life completely. Every time you practice along with us, along with our guidance, you'll feel even greater liberation from the misery that you were carrying. You'll learn to set down some more of that baggage. In the next video, you're going to learn about the general family of emotions that keep us hurting so bad. And you're going to learn how to distinguish different aspects of these emotions and how to apply the technique of emotional integration to various sorts of moods, various sorts of pain that you may encounter throughout your life. But again, I want to reiterate, it's important to take time to recognize the good work that you've done. At the beginning of the video, you were unsure. You were trying something new. Is it going to work? And you found, yes, it does. Keep going, and you're just going to have greater and greater results each and every time. All right, I'll see you in the next video.